Procrastination is like a toxic ex you keep going with. Even when you know it better, it seduces you with promises of later and tomorrow, but leaves you with nothing but regrets and looming deadlines. While it might feel like a brief escape, it is really just a timetable in a disguise. Well, let's be honest. The thrill of last-minute chaos isn't worth the stress sprinkle. So, dump procrastination and embrace productivity. After all, that's your dream kid. I got this. We all suffer with procrastination some days. Whether you are a student or a professional, by the end of the day, we all are humans. And we often lose against procrastination. But that's not the whole story. There are people out there who master their productivity and learn to beat chronic procrastination. So in this video, we are going to discuss causes along with strategies, environment, situations, and resources which can help you beat your procrastination cycle. So let's dive into today's video. You see yourself avoiding your responsibilities and doing something easier, much more joyful. That is what exactly chronic procrastination looks like. It is the act of putting off the things that has to be done. But the real cause behind your procrastination can be much more deeper and intense, as you are aware of your actions yet not ready to change it. Now, procrastination can have multiple hidden causes based on your past experiences, but the most common ones are perfectionism. People with perfectionism find perfection in their work rather than making it done. They tend to do things perfectly or not at all sometimes. As a result, their anxiety levels are always higher than their grades. Fear of unknown is also one of its causes. Those who face it may have intense overthinking sessions before taking a single step towards their goal, because they are simply not taking actions as a result of their unrealistic fears. Sometimes you feel scared, and others it feels like you have no motivation to do it. The reason behind lack of motivation can be the wrong task, or maybe you just need some time to reflect on yourself and sort things out in your life. Because when we are on the right track, chances of procrastination is less, and all you need is to take the first step to enter the state of flow. Distraction also causes procrastination. It depends on your day-to-day choices of screen time and other activities that distracts you from your work as a form of procrastination. And the last cause of procrastination is your focus on less important activities. Activities that is not as valuable in your life, but it simply takes less energy and time to do. In Chapter 2, I have 5 techniques for you to beat procrastination. Number 1, the Pomodoro technique. This technique allows you to work for 25 minutes with full focus and then take a 5 minutes break. And after completing 2 or 4 sessions, take a long break, especially useful for students and for work and assignment that requires long hours of work. So you can consider using this technique if you have a task that requires multiple hours of your day. You can use this technique. This is really useful and I've been using it for a really long time. Number 2 is Eat That Frog. This technique allows you to do the ugliest and the worst task of your day first thing in the morning so that you have the rest of the day to do the other things. Number 3 is the 80-20 rule. This technique suggests that 80% of your results comes from 20% of the task you perform. So you should first focus on the top 20% task that gives you the 80% result and do them anyways, and then you should focus on the other activities that are there. Number 4, the 2-minute rule. If a task requires 2 minutes of your time, do it right now. And the last one is the 5-second rule. You can use this technique when you see yourself procrastinating. Just count the numbers from 5 to 1 backward and stand up straight. Do the work anyways. Now, knowing these strategies aren't just help you stop your procrastination, because each individual have its own procrastination triggers, and you have to identify those triggers through journal and other activities like tracking your movement throughout the day, your habits, your moods, when you spend your most time. Ask yourself, why am I not working on this task? Go in depth of it as long as you are not satisfied. Identify the patterns, why you avoid the work, what work are you avoiding, and why you avoid this work. What are your thoughts and emotions that time? Because it takes a lot of self-reflection and awareness to identify your triggers. Consistent actions, you can do it. Because a self-aware girl always knows when she's working and when she's not working at all. In Chapter 3, let's discuss common situations when you procrastinate the most. When you are anxious and stressed, you procrastinate the most. Because stress and anxiety can actually make your procrastination work. Instead of procrastination, you should first focus on how you can reduce your stress and anxiety level. Your anxiety can be related to your inner doubts. Maybe you thought you are not good enough. Maybe you have a past experience. Maybe you have a bad past experience that makes you feel scared of the task. Maybe you just didn't find the task captivating. Or maybe the task is out of your capacity. So change your inner perspective first through journal and breathing exercise, and then focus on procrastination. In situations when too many distractions are there, or the task is too complex or not clear to you, may result in procrastination. So be aware that the tasks you have are clear to you. Your environment affects your mental state all the time, even when you don't notice it. It does affect your mood all the times and productivity levels as a result of your internal and external environment. The people you spend your time with have an impact on your personality. It also depends on your physical environment. Because if your room is tidy, your thoughts are too. If you eat on your study table, then it's hard for you to study there. Now, your brain starts to associate your table with food, and you have the similar thoughts. But the question is, how can you change your internal and external environment? And what are the resources available that can help you change it? So for changing your environment, it is important to indulge your time in activities that motivates you to work hard. So then you can consider evolving your time in books, TED Talks, podcasts, educational YouTube videos like this one. And you can also use apps like Notion and Todoist to schedule your tasks and make your to-do list for the day. Now, the best TED Talks I can recommend you for procrastination is Inside the Mind of the Master Procrastinator by Tim Urban. This is available on YouTube. It's completely free. You can go and listen to it. For podcast, I suggest The Mindset Mentor by Rob Dial. It is available both on Spotify and Google Podcast. Consider reading books like Atomic Habits by James Clear and Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. Now you're ready to beat your procrastination with the 4 steps mentioned in this video. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys like the tips I shared today. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below which one of the strategies is most suitable for you. And I appreciate you, I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.